Do you remember the DARE program? Don't do drugs. You're perfect. Okay, let me rewind that. You are perfect. 3 words. You are perfect. 3 syllables. 3 strikes and you're out of here. Why? Why is this one different? Why am I telling you not to do drugs? Because I'm talking to you from the perspective of a scientist rather than from someone who may not understand the biology of the human body, who may not be as well versed with what certain chemicals are doing. Now, my degree was in exercise science, but with that, thankfully, the human body and the physiological adaptations to stress, to movement, to exercise, some of the processes that happen within the mind on a psychological level has been more of my dedication as I continue to move forward within my own research. And what am I saying to you? What I'm saying to you is that you shouldn't do drugs. Now, we've heard this over and over again, and I'm not just talking about marijuana, alcohol, cocaine. No, I'm not talking about that, because we already know some of the detriments of that. Mainstream. I'm talking about trying to manage your blood pressure. I'm talking about your diabetes. I'm talking about maybe your bone density is losing some of its dense nature, and now you're more brittle in your bones and you're able to fall and you break your wrist easily. Happens naturally with aging. I'm talking about depression, especially. America, wow, you're leading the cause for anxiety and depression and taking the pills. And the rest of the world is just wondering, like, what are you doing, bro? But not to sit there and say that other people in the world are not victim to this as well. But the pharmaceutical industry is more than a multi-billion-dollar industry. And the ironic part is Prozac, one of the ones, billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. People are taking Prozac for symptoms that were created by the Prozac. Meanwhile, we've already proven that it's just a sugar pill. So what am I saying? Don't do drugs because you are perfect. Don't do drugs because you are perfect. But you also have 3 strikes before you're out of here. You didn't listen to your body. That's strike 1. Your body already told you the answers. You're not listening to me or to anyone else that has told you things like, oh, Prozac, it's a sugar pill, it's a placebo. And the last and the most important, and the reason that you're striking out each and every day is because you're not listening to yourself. Strike 3, you're out of here. Because your body is one thing, I'm a whole nother person. The doctors are within that same category, but your mind is also telling you something's not right. I don't feel good when I do fill in the blank. I'm gonna give you a prime example, okay? For 8 months, I was unable to walk. Why? Because when I went to the doctor, they told me I was never gonna walk again. If I continued to play sports, they said, listen, son, you got an option right now. You can continue to play sports. You can try to be active as you are, or you can plan to just be able to work for the rest of your life. Stop playing sports so that you'll be able to maintain a 40-hour work week job. What, doc? In the beginning, I walked out of the office, I was like, yo, whatever, man. But somewhere I also believed it because the symptoms were real, because my knees were getting worse. It was called patellofemoral syndrome. Patella being the knee, femoral being the longest bone in your body, your femur. The syndrome, now my muscles and my ligaments were pulling that kneecap out of place, and it was digging into my bone and it was digging into my other muscles. And it caused a lot of pain. But I allowed that pain to eventually take over my mind. I allowed that diagnosis from the doctor to really infect me and create this poisonous cycle, this poisonous story within my own mind that I'm not going to be able to walk. Oh my God, he was right. So I thought my way into furthering the syndrome, much like we think our way into furthering the depression, furthering the anxiety. So what's my point to you? Whoa. That little dog, did y'all see him in the video? He just came up and he just scratched me or bit me or something. It looked like a scratch. He's so cute, but I've stepped in his poop more than one too many times in this same yard. But to get back to my point, I thought I was sure somebody coming, but man, it gave me a little goosebump. It's funny because he must know I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here today. I'm actually going down to the islands, but that's not the point. The point is, you can think yourself into disease, and you have. There's not one cancer cycle in your body. There is no, there's no cells in your body that naturally are born with you that says, I have cancer. We think our way into these diseases. And just the way we think our way into these diseases, we think our way out of these diseases. The way I thought my way into not being able to walk because I believed that doctor is the same way that I thought my way out of it of, this is not my reality. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna prove this guy wrong, and I'm gonna prove myself right. But don't do it to prove that guy wrong, because that's the wrong motive. Prove it to yourself. And so one of the ways I proved these to myself, I very rarely was able to dunk a basketball. Like, it really was like twice in my life, both probably by accident, most likely. Actually, one was like a tip slam, and I was kind of on the dude's shoulder, so he kept me up a little longer than what I could really stay in the air. But you know, I'm 5'8", and so I was like, I was already proud to do it. But then they hit a point where after I was not able to walk ever again, I went to that basketball court and I kept practicing and practicing and practicing, and I wasn't getting it. And I was like, I need to get higher. I need to stay in the air longer. I need to get this done, because walking was no longer enough for me. I needed to be able to do something consistently that I've only done twice in my life by accident. And then I eventually consistently was able at 5'8", and I'm really like 5'7" and a half or 3/4. So I'm gonna play that role. You know, you 5'8" when you need to, you know, you wanna talk to the cute girl or something. You know, I'm 5'8", thank you girl, what's up? But yeah, when I'm dunking that basketball, I was 5'7" and 3/4, and I consistently did it over and over and over and over and over again. And that was the proof to myself that there is absolutely nothing that we cannot do. Don't do drugs, kids. Damn sure don't do drug adults. Listen to your body. Understand that when you don't, and you override the decisions of what your body and your mind knows, that's your strike 3 right there. Don't strike out. I want you to hit that home run, and I want you to live a life worth living. That's why I need you to subscribe to this video, like this video, because why? I want to pump this stuff through your airwaves each and every day. I want to commit. I want to sit there and shatter the norms. I want to shatter the beliefs. I want to bring that science to you, but I want to also bring that truth. I want to bring that authenticity. I want to help you to go from a place from just wanting more to actually having more. Because I know where I'm going with this. So I want to meet you there. Go ahead, subscribe, like this, share it with your moms, share it with somebody that of course needs to hear this. Bless up.